We're live. Hey guys, we are Sean and Christy. This is Long Long Honeymoon. We are coming to you live from a top secret location.
We're on the road again. We hit the road yesterday and we're sort of just trying to get back in the groove of things and thought that we would hop on here and chat with you guys.
Somebody said I tripped on the internet cord. Hey, North Idaho. Hey, San Diego.
Got some folks from California,
In the
Atlanta,
South Bay area.
Texas.
Texas. Awesome. Jim Pratt.
Oh, thanks, Jim Pratt.
We did an announcement on Facebook for Jim Pratt because if we ever go live without warning Jim Pratt in advance, we hear about it later. I always remember that, Jim. Hey, Dallas. Hey, New Hampshire.
Haley, Idaho.
Idaho. We may be headed your way, Idaho.
Yep. Hi from Key Largo. That's awesome.
We're currently,
Louisiana.
we're still in the south. We're kind of headed north and west, and it's a surprisingly pleasant evening tonight.
Yeah, for it to be in the south in August, it's not too bad.
Hi, Boise. It's Brian in Boise. Hey, Michigan.
Indiana.
So, if you guys have been following our channel, you know that these live chats are completely unscripted, and we sort of follow your lead on questions, anything you would like for us to talk about. Yeah, somebody says they love hearing
Australia.
the crickets.
Hi.
Honestly, I was a little worried about broadcasting out here because we have crickets and cicadas in the south, and they can get pretty noisy at night, but it's kind of pleasant. I mean, you're getting the authentic sound of the forest.
Thanks, Stephen, for the tip there.
Thanks,
we appreciate
Stephen.
it.
Much appreciated. Arkansas. Wow, awesome. Amazing.
Some West Virginia people, Huntsville. Sounds like home, somebody says. Yep.
So somebody asked where we're going this time. I know we're going to Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Park. So that's always my first reply. I think Yellowstone is sort of my spiritual center. And I have to migrate back there probably once a year to that area. And so Yellowstone and Grand Teton, but then we will be exploring more of the Pacific Northwest, and we want to spend more time in Idaho. We're going to spend more time in Utah.
Yeah. Maybe some time in California. So we'll just sort of see where the wind takes us. And if you have any must-dos or must-sees that we have not covered here on our channel, please let us know.
Somebody said, have you seen that they have RVs and camping in Thailand? I haven't seen that yet, but I'd like to learn more about it. So you can post a comment and I'll go in and look for it later. Jim asked for suggestions on Texas. I really like going to Marfa down in the south. That's kind of that's really out of the way.
I would say Texas Hill Country.
Hill Country is
really
the best
place
bet
to go. So that's sort of Austin, Texas area and the surrounding areas. Like Fredericksburg. There's some really cute little towns that have a lot of neat little sort of main streets and wineries. There's a lot of wineries in that area, and just a lot to do outside, and great restaurants and, you know, little towns to explore. So that would be my suggestion.
Yeah, Austin's a great town too. Lots of wonderful live music, lots of great barbecue, all that good stuff. In fact, the best barbecue we've ever had, I would say, is in Austin. We're big fans of Salt Lick Barbecue.
Yeah, Salt Lick Barbecue in Austin, Texas. Well, actually, it's in Driftwood, Texas, which is about 30 minutes from Austin. Is amazing. If you ever get a chance, go.
Zeke says Big Bend National Park. You know, that's one that we have not really done properly.
We've sort of driven past it a couple of times, so we need to make a stop there.
Todd says, so you missed Sturgis this year. Yeah, I'd love to go back to Sturgis for sure.
We've been before, and it's a lot of fun, but yeah, we didn't make it this year. Let's see. Somebody says they love Salt Lick Barbecue.
Yeah, if the bugs get too loud out here, we'll go inside our camper. I hope if you ever have trouble understanding us, just let us know.
Yeah.
Someone says get to the Olympic Peninsula in Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
We would love to do that. We actually have family in that area, so we'll probably be swinging through there and spending some time in the next month.
Patrick M. says he's watching us from the Grizzly RV Park in West Yellowstone. That's awesome.
Yep, we've been there. We've stayed there
many
before.
times. Somebody says, what about Jackson Hole, Wyoming? Have you been? We spend a lot of time in Jackson Hole. It's a great city, or great town, I should say. Perfect location to sort of make day trips into Grand Teton National Park. There's lots to do in the town, lots of great restaurants and breweries, and it's one of our favorite places.
In fact, we may do a meetup, kind of a long honeymoon meetup in Jackson. We've been kicking around this idea, and we'll probably make an announcement on our usual social media outlets a week or two in advance to let you know when and where it will be.
Yeah.
But we love being in Jackson this time of year. Pamela said, thanks for all your tips. Thanks for watching, Pamela. Okay, somebody asked what RV park we would recommend in Yellowstone. It's sort of, first of all, it depends what kind of RV you got.
Yeah.
Because not all RVs are going to fit in all those different campsites.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're within the park, we usually end up staying at Grant Village or Canyon or Madison.
Yeah.
So,
and the other place we stay is what's the one in the south?
not Grant Village?
Grant Village. I'm sorry.
Grant
I
Village
missed
or
you
Grant
saying
Village?
that. Sorry. Yeah, Grant Village is a great one, and they have showers there. It comes with your nightly fee. So if you don't want to have to hitch and go to the dump station during your week or whatever, you can use the bathhouse there, which is a nice option to have. Somebody says hi from South Texas.
Charlie asked about our Bilstein shocks in the truck and how they're holding up. They're holding up great. I mean, I'm still very happy with that shock setup on our truck. A lot of people have asked for a little update on Seymour, how he's doing with the bulletproofing and so forth. Everything's great with the bulletproofing. But I will
Yes.
say we did have an issue with Seymour a couple weeks ago with the fan clutch.
Yeah.
Which was the original fan clutch. So it was basically a 12-year-old fan clutch. So I had the exciting opportunity to purchase a new fan clutch.
Yeah, we did. So we got Seymour running again, and
actually, I'll give a shout out to Brian's Auto Club
Yeah.
in Birmingham, because that's where we had the work done on Seymour, and they're really great folks over there.
yeah, and they sort of worked us in to their busy schedule and got us back on the road quickly. So shout out to Brian and
Somebody
his
said
wife,
give
Tammy.
a shout out to Vinny at Vinny's North Bay Airstream Repair.
Yeah.
I have a feeling this Airstream is going to end up parked at Vinny's at some point on this journey.
Yeah.
So
I
you'll
think
probably see
you'll
Vinny.
be seeing Vinny in a video at some point this outing. Let's see. Central Texas says hello. Trying to catch up on some of these questions here. Somebody's asking us, have we ever tried Dutch oven cooking? We really haven't. We have a really good friend that we camp with a lot who is big into the Dutch oven cooking. And the only thing I've ever had from it has been like a peach cobbler,
Yeah,
and
cobbler.
it's really good. I think it's a lot of work, but if you really enjoy it, then I think it's worth doing.
It's called Uncle Scott's Teton Cobbler.
That's right.
It's great.
It is really good, and I think there are a lot of great recipes for it, but we haven't bought the stuff and taken the time to learn the techniques. But
Zeke says he's going to Jackson next month, so we might run into you there, Zeke. And Jeb asked if we're going to Tetons. We're absolutely going to the Tetons.
yes,
And someone mentioned Vancouver Island. We would really love to get back up in that part of our continent and spend a
Yeah.
little more time up there.
we haven't really explored that part of British Columbia very much.
Not
We've sort
properly.
of driven through on our way home from Alaska, and
Yeah, the comment mentioned 100 Mile House.
Yeah.
The notorious.
100 Mile House. I sort of have like a little anxiety related to 100 Mile House because I just remember how incredibly cold I was. The 14-degree weather with no propane heater.
Somebody asked about the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We have not been there. I would love to go. I think, this particular trip, we're probably not going to make it there, but we have family in North Carolina, and we have taken our Airstream up there in the last year or so. So we really need to swing up that coast. So this campsite we're at now, it's really a beautiful, beautiful place. We've got kind of like the corner of the campground, so we have a lot of space out here.
Yeah, we're sort of out in the woods behind our campsite.
Somebody asked about generators. What's my go-to generator these days? The go-to generator the generator I brought this time, and as you know, we have more than one generator, is that little remote Champion, the 3,000 watt unit. I like it because I love the remote control. I really love that remote electric start. And I wish it was a little more quiet, but it's quiet enough for the purposes that we use it for, if you understand.
Somebody asked us,
that's a member of our channel asked about,
have you ever camped at the double wide campsites in Grant Village? We have not.
We have a 28-foot made a reservation on one of those sites. I don't know if that's is that a new type of campsite? I know they were redoing the fishing bridge campground.
They've done some upgrades. Let's see. Trying to scroll through some of these comments.
Somebody asked, Christy, what percentage of driving do you do while traveling?
I don't know. I would say 15% maybe.
It's probably reasonable.
I mean, Sean really likes to drive, and so I'm not going to fight him for it. But I do drive sometimes if he's tired or if he's had a headache or something, or, if he's just needing a break or what have you. I have no problem stepping in and driving. So the only thing is when I drive, I listen to the radio and I sing with the radio when I drive. And so that's part of the deal. If I take over driving, he has to listen to me sing.
That's sort of motivation for me to keep on driving. Not that I don't love your singing, but your musical selection sometimes might differ from mine.
He doesn't enjoy my country music. Sorry.
Like 80s metal or contemporary country.
It's hard to sing along to 80s metal though, right? I mean, it's just, nobody sounds good. Even the people that sang it in the 80s don't sound good singing it anymore.
It's the beauty of heavy metal. You don't have to sound good. You don't have to be able to actually sing to be a singer.
Somebody was asking a question that I missed, and I wanted to get back to it.
Sorry, we're kind of scrolling through questions here.
Trying to see questions because they fly by so fast.
Somebody asked about the mountains of Boone, North Carolina. We did come through there, did we not?
Well, we've been to Boone, North Carolina, not with our Airstream before.
Asheville.
We've been through Asheville with our
awesome.
Airstream, and it was beautiful, but it was wintertime when we were there and it's starting to snow, so we sort of had to look out.
Tim asked if we have Airstream club numbers on Airstream. We do not. I mean, I think it's cool to do it if you choose to do it.
Yeah.
We joined the Airstream club when we first got ours, and like, I was really fired up about putting the numbers on it. And
it took like 3 months.
It took like 3 months to get them. And like, we went on this big trip and I had no numbers. And so I was like, well.
We were already doing it with no numbers.
Yeah.
Mike Alexander asked, have we ever done anything in Glacier National Park? Yes. We have some videos on Glacier National Park. We have one specifically about the drive going to the Sun Road, which is really cool. We're probably going to try to do some more videos about Glacier because that's a national park that we've spent enough time in where I feel like we can give pretty good recommendations. So
yeah, I think we will be working on a major Glacier Park video this summer. Because I think we're probably going to be heading up there as well as the Tetons in Yellowstone.
Try to catch it before the season closes.
Yeah, we've been there before on the very last day that you could drive going to the Sun Road. It was actually a spectacular time to be there because the fall colors were in full bloom. And there weren't very many people there, as you might imagine. I remember being up, what is that, pass at the very top of that road, and we were some of the only people up there.
Yeah. John Bonney asked, I think I'm saying that right, he wants to know about gasoline availability in Yellowstone. They're going summer 2020. You will have no problem. There are many gas stations within the park. When I say many, you know, every junction in the park usually has a gas station of some sort. So you don't want to go in on empty, but you can fill up your tank in the park. So
one thing I can't remember, quite honestly, is diesel availability. I'm not too sure about that, if they all have diesel. They may.
I think a couple of them do, but I don't think all of them do.
Yeah.
Correct us if we're wrong. If you're somebody that is there a lot and you know more than we do.
You diesel drivers know what I'm talking about. Eric says, first real move tomorrow morning. I'm nervous. What do you mean, Eric? Like the first time you're moving your RV? You're nervous?
Yeah.
Go slow.
Yeah, don't get in a rush.
Just go slow.
Take your time. You know, I think just do everything a little slower than you normally would. And you'll be fine.
I often have to remind myself, don't get in a hurry.
Yeah.
Because when you get in a hurry, that's when problems happen. That's when you make mistakes.
Use your turn signals, take a lot longer, changing lanes, all those sort of things that you sort of take for granted when you're driving your regular vehicle. Just do extra double checks before you change lanes and that sort of thing, and you'll be fine.
Skip asked for another tour video of Gros Ventre while we're in the Tetons. We can do that. I would love to do more videos about that area. And Vinny asked what we think about using solar. I've continually looked into solar. I would like to do a big solar install on our Airstream. I'm definitely open to doing it, but it's almost every time I've looked into it, I talk myself out of it because it's a pretty big ticket expense, and I just haven't found the right package for us. I do think that's maybe a technology that's continuing to improve and evolve, especially like with the new lithium batteries that are coming along. So we're still open to doing solar. I guess we just haven't found the right package yet.
We have a very special viewer.
Yeah.
My dad has chimed in the comments to let us know that baby girl Chihuahua is watching live with him.
Bless her little heart.
We miss you, baby girl.
Yeah. Somebody asked if we ever done the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky. We have been to the Maker's Mark distillery, and I guess we've been to other distilleries. I don't know if we have. Definitely Maker's Mark.
We didn't really tour them. We sort of drove past several of them, and we were there in December, and we were at Maker's Mark for their Christmas weekend, which they actually open the facility after dark, and everything's lit up with Christmas lights, and they have carolers and that sort of thing. And we actually got to dip our own Maker's Mark bottles in the red wax on the assembly line. Normally you can do it in the gift shop, but during the holiday weekend or what have you, because it's at night and they aren't, you know, in production mode at night, they will let you do it on the assembly line. So that was pretty cool. It was a neat experience, and I would definitely recommend doing it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wanted to make a video about it, but Maker's Mark said, please no video. I'm like, okay.
Missed out on that opportunity, yeah, Maker's Mark. Oh, wow. Somebody says, hi from Bali, Indonesia. Perry. Wow.
Hello, Indonesia.
Yeah, we hope to visit you someday.
Matt Christopher, possibly the longest running Long Honeymoon subscriber, asked if we're going to go back to Disney for Halloween anytime. I don't know. Well,
one of us would be really excited to do that. The other one would rather like have a tooth pulled or something. So probably not anytime soon.
I'm getting grouchier in my old age.
He needs one of those grumpy t-shirts to wear.
I'm not happy with what Disney has done to my beloved Star Wars.
Yeah,
shall we say.
It's a whole tangent.
Just not happy with the direction of Star Wars.
We don't want to open that can of worms.
But I'm sure we'll end up back at Disney.
Going Batty says, don't forget to hit that like button. That's right. If you're watching this, click the like button.
Where Film says, will y'all ever come to Mississippi? We go to Mississippi from time to time, for sure. You know, I was actually born in Mississippi.
Yeah.
And I spent
boy.
first years of my life in Mississippi, and we have a lot of friends there. And we'll definitely go back. You know, we've been to Biloxi several times along the coast. And I'd really like to go to Oxford and catch a football game. I'm not sure where Alabama plays Ole Miss this year, but if it's in Oxford and we're not in Montana, we might go.
Somebody wants to know. Oh, Matt Christopher wanted to know if you have any camera upgrades this year. Any new cameras?
You know, I've ordered some new lenses. I'm waiting. Sony's going to make a big announcement this week about 2 new cameras that are coming out. So I might get an A7R4 if I can get approval from my boss over here.
Oh, right. He needs approval. C. Dansky asked, is RV Genset where we should log in to purchase the Champion?
Yeah, if you go to the RV
certainly
Genset,
can.
that's great. You know, you can click through there, or you can go to our Amazon store at amazon.com/shop/long honeymoon.
But either one of those will get you to our page.
You should, yeah. I mean, but just going through our Amazon store is cool. Because, like, once you land on that Amazon page, you can do a search.
For anything that Amazon sells. So.
And we do have the generators listed in there.
Somebody says, Bren wants to know how long is your Airstream, and they say, I know I should know this. Don't worry, we get asked this question all the time.
It's a rather personal question.
We have a 2003 25-foot Airstream Classic. So that is the make and model of our Airstream.
And there it is.
There it is back there.
The old gal still looking pretty good, in my humble opinion.
Somebody was asking, do we have any reservations for our current trip that we're on? The answer to that is a loud no.
Big fat no. We have no idea where we'll be staying tomorrow night.
Yeah.
This is the way we travel. I know it wouldn't suit everybody's schedule.
And it doesn't, you know, a lot of people really need to know where they're going to be, and, you know, that makes them comfortable, and that's great. And that's the best thing about RV life is you can be that way, or you can fly by the seat of your pants like we do. And sometimes it works out fabulously, and sometimes it's a big fat bust. But that's what keeps life interesting, right?
Yeah, for us, it's kind of like a boat, and we're just like sailing around on the ocean, and like, hey, there's an island where we're going to drop anchor. It's kind of the way it works. TC Ryder says, due to circumstances beyond my control, I had to give up the RV lifestyle, but I still live the dream through y'all's videos.
Aww.
I appreciate that very much, and I really appreciate, there are a lot of people on our channel who don't have an RV or are just kind of curious about the lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're thinking about maybe
cool.
getting an RV. In fact, somebody was asking earlier, I missed who asked the question, but they asked if we recommend renting an RV to try it out. And I think that's a great idea. If you're somebody that's watching and you have no RV experience, or it's been a long time, and you're sort of deciding if the RV life is something you might be interested in, before you go plunk down a bunch of cash on an RV of some sort, go rent one for a week or even just a couple of nights. And there's even like a VRBO for RVs that you can do where people will rent out their personal RVs. I think that's a great way to just try it out for a few nights and just see if it's something that you think you might enjoy before you make a financial commitment. So that's definitely, I think, our recommendation. We did that. We stayed in our friend's travel trailer, literally in their backyard for like 3 nights, trying it out, thinking, oh, could we do this? Yeah, I think we could. So.
Yeah, I found it just a lot of fun. I was like, okay, I can see us doing that.
Oh, wow. Sharon Rose, thank you so much for the tip. We greatly appreciate that. She says, thanks for sharing everything with us. I've learned a great deal and looking forward to traveling next year after I retire. Well, congratulations, Sharon, on your upcoming retirement. We appreciate having you here as part of Aloha Nation. And hopefully you'll learn even more with more videos that we do.
Yeah, we do take requests. If there's any topic you would like for us to talk about or address in a video, let us know, because we're kind of always making a list of future topics. I really try and document the full lifestyle. So, like, if you're getting into RV travel, you'll have a good idea of what you're getting into. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, for us, obviously, it's been a wonderful way to travel. I believe this is our 13th year of traveling with our Airstream. Crazy.
Yeah. Melissa Bryan wants to know, do you really cheer for Alabama? My answer is no.
Well, she doesn't, but I certainly do.
I'm an Auburn fan. Sean is an Alabama fan. I don't cheer against Alabama. As long as they're not playing Auburn, then I'll cheer for Alabama.
I gotta say, I love being an Alabama fan these days. We're sort of like the empire, you know? We rule the galaxy with an iron fist.
How quickly they forget the olden days of.
Yeah, I've actually witnessed some terrible Alabama defeats over the years, like some of the flukiest defeats. I was in the stadium the last time Vanderbilt beat Alabama. You have to go to your history books to find that one. It'll also reveal my true age. But
Let's see. Here.
Alabama fans are pretty
spoiled.
spoiled.
Oh my gosh! Wait, what just happened?
It's Goldilocks.
Goldilocks.
Unbelievable.
Holy
Goldilocks.
cow!
That's amazing.
Goldilocks. Wow.
Holy cow. That's
you
crazy.
are blowing us away.
They say in Thailand, Kob Kum Cob.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Goldilocks.
Wow. So Goldilocks says, thanks for all the videos and helpful hints you've provided over the years. And they just gave an incredibly generous tip. So,
Wow. We're blown away.
Yeah, Goldilocks, you need
shocked.
to private message us and we need to chat.
Yeah.
We need to do like a one-on-one live with you guys, just to say thanks.
Absolutely.
Wow,
that's
amazing.
incredible. Thank you,
Goldilocks. So much. Somebody said, Catherine Somerville wants to know, how do you manage healthcare and on the road? We actually did a video about this about a year ago or so. So go back and watch that video and you'll sort of see our tips on healthcare and that sort of thing on the road.
Dentistry is a topic we haven't really had to tackle too much.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we haven't had tooth problems when we're traveling.
No, I've actually been with family. Like one time I was on vacation to Disney World with my parents, and if my dad's watching this, he will vividly remember this. But he woke up in the middle of the night with terrible toothache and had to go have a root canal the next day in Orlando. We dropped him off.
Your dream Disney vacation.
Dream Disney vacation. My mom and I and my cousin Katie were in the car, dropped him off for his root canal at like 9 o'clock in the morning, picked him up at like 11:30 and went and had some lunch and then went to Disney World. So my poor dad, surviving the root canal and going to Disney World. I don't know how on earth he did it, but he did. And I think it's just one of those things. You call your insurance, you find a provider in your network nearby and call and see if they can work you in. So anyhow, watch that video and you'll learn a lot from that.
Yeah, we do have a lot of videos. I know that you guys probably know this, but in our archives, like if you go to our channel main page, you can look at all of our videos, and we also have some organized playlists with different topics. And a lot of those videos are supposed to be kind of evergreen, meaning they should still be relevant today. Like even if we recorded that video 12 months ago,
right?
You know, we're discussing a topic, and all the information really should be relevant today for the most part. Let's see. Just scrolling through.
Goldilocks says, more than welcome. Would love to chat with you sometime. We'll definitely make that happen, Goldilocks. Thanks again.
Yeah, that's awesome. Carl asked for any chance for a drone video soon, do's and don'ts. I can tell you about a lot of don'ts with drones, that's for sure. I've crashed just about every drone that I have. I would love to do a drone video. I don't know if there would be a lot of widespread interest in that in our channel, but you know, maybe I'll do a video about a lot of my favorite camera gear, and we'll talk about drones.
Deborah Burrell, thank you so much. That's so generous.
That's amazing. Thank you, Deborah.
She says, you guys helped me so much as I was making the leap from tent camping to get an RV. Well, we're so glad that we were helpful to you. We started out tent camping as well, and you know, I think making the leap to an RV can be a little intimidating, but you know, it's basically a tent on wheels. So
it's a house on wheels.
It's a little house on wheels. That's right. That's right. Depending on what kind of camper you have, but hopefully it's been a smooth transition for you, and we appreciate you so much.
Yeah, it's very gratifying to hear these stories that our videos have been helpful to you, because several years ago, I sort of figured out the secret. The secret to success is to help as many people as you can, as much as you can.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, you put that out into the world and it will circle back and come back to you.
Yeah.
I really, you know, believe that.
And I think one of the things about our channel is we try to tell you guys all the stupid things we've done and mistakes that we've made, because we want you to learn from what we've done wrong or what we've done incorrectly over the years, and so you don't have to make the same mistakes. So it's hard sometimes when we share things that we've done wrong, because people can be really mean in comments, and they can really kind of try to make you feel stupid. But at the end of the day, everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. Nobody goes into anything in this world knowing exactly how to do everything. So there's always a learning curve no matter what you do. And we hope that you learn from our mistakes. And we learn from you guys too. We get tips from you guys, emails or comments on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, and learn things from you guys a lot. So we appreciate that as well.
Well said.
Tom Terleski, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for the tip. We appreciate that. He says, love your videos. We are traveling in a new Classic 30. Safe
Sweet.
travels, Tom. And is it Dottie or Dodie? I hope I'm saying that right. Classic 30, that is nice. We saw those last year at the RVIA show and fell in love with them. They're gorgeous. So I'm green with envy over here. You have a beautiful Airstream.
Yeah, I think Airstream has stepped up its game with regard to the interiors, especially like the classics are super impressive. I mean, ours is a classic, but it's it's a little different from the new ones, we'll put it that way. The interior is a little more charm. It's got charm.
It has charm. I guess that's what you call it. I'm
80s,
not sure.
80s charm.
Let's see. Skip Gilbert says, how much maintenance does your Airstream require? Do you ever have leaks? We have a whole video that we did with Benny of Benny's North Bay Airstream Repair talking about suggested maintenance. I mean, it's repacking wheel bearings, so that's something you got to do with a lot of campers. Really, I think it's just checking your seals and making sure that everything is just good from a visual inspection standpoint. Lubricating all the arms on your awning and all the windows, popping those open and, making sure they're not sticking and, nothing too major.
If you think about an Airstream, what really makes it unique is the aluminum skin, basically the aluminum exterior.
Clean, and every few years, waxing it, which is a major pain.
Actually, we're going to be doing something in a month or so to our Airstream. We're talking about it, that we will have a full video on.
Yeah, if we do it, it's going to be a real game changer as far as maintenance goes. So
stay tuned on
for that.
Yeah, it could be like sort of the big cool thing we're doing with our Airstream this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
When it says, where do you eat while at Grant Village? This brings us back to the topic of food in Yellowstone, and that's sort of a sore point for me because I used to work in the park a long time ago, and I worked kind of in the food service element of the park. Food in Yellowstone is pretty bad. Almost all the food is bad.
It's bad. If you are going to one of the counter service places, I would say go with the grilled cheese. They really can't mess that up, and it's not terribly expensive. But really, your own grilled cheese in your RV is going to be way better. So, just plan for that and know that if you're in the park, you're really not going to be having a gourmet dining experience anywhere, and it's going to be really pricey. I suggest venturing outside the park, like to Gardner. K-Bar is one of our favorite places to eat in Gardner. They have great pizza. In West Yellowstone, there's, is it Running Bear that has the really good pancakes and stuff for breakfast?
Yeah, something like that. They have a great breakfast.
Then there's another pizza place we go to there that I can't remember the name of. But there's some really good options in the small towns right outside the parks. So if you're really looking for a good meal at a reasonable price, I would suggest.
Yeah, Grant Village, I would honestly probably plan on cooking some hamburgers or something, or doing something at your campsite.
Make hobo pockets at your campfire. That's a great place to do that. Just enjoy sitting at your campsite, because a lot of times you're going to spend a lot of time driving to see the different parts of the park during the day. So at night, cooking by your campfire, grilling out is kind of a nice way to wind down from the day.
I'll tell you, there's that Jackson Lodge on Jackson Lake going down towards the Tetons. They have a good restaurant, a couple of good restaurants.
Yeah, they have a counter service there that I would say is still up to standards that were there like 20 years ago. So we would recommend that. Other than that, it's really hit or miss.
Jim says, reports say that RV deliveries are down. What does that mean for the future? Like, in other words, it's sort of a and a question
It's
about the
hard.
economy, and it's hard to predict. I mean, they do say that RV sales have been booming for the last few years, and RVs are kind of a leading indicator of where the economy is headed, because you got to have some disposable income or extra money sometimes to make a purchase of an RV. And supposedly the sales and deliveries are down right now, but it's hard to. I certainly can't predict where things are going to go from here. We'll just have to wait and see.
Wild Nature Studios, thank you so much for the tip. They said, hello from Toronto, Canada. Please put your hat on. You look so different without it. LOL. Love you both. Big fan. God bless. Thank you so much. It's funny because... Oh, you go ahead and say it. I know what you're going to say.
Are you sure?
I think, because...
We are married, so we can finish each other's sentences,
well,
but I'm curious what you think of.
When Sean wears his hat, a lot of people are like, oh, why do you have a hat on? We can't see you.
Take off
why
the
do you
hat,
have the
man.
hat on? Do you not have hair under there? Whatever. And then when he wears the hat, people are like, why do you have, or when he doesn't wear the hat, people are like, where's your hat? Why don't you have your hat on?
That's
so
true.
It doesn't matter. Either way, he's going to get comments from people. Either take it off or put it back on. So
I started wearing the hat many years ago because I was making YouTube videos, and I would be having like a bad hair day, and my hair would,
He used to wear his hair longer too, and
yeah,
he has naturally curly hair.
It would be flying all over the place.
So it would sort of be like this little, puffy, curly hairdo.
It was sort of quick and easy way to fix my hair by just hiding it. But then, sometimes if it's a darker day, then you get this effect where you can't really see my eyes. So the hat I still have the hat. I will be wearing the hat in the future, I promise.
Hey, somebody in our campground is watching. JP's 1230. Love your airstream. I'm currently your neighbor at the campground.
Shout out to JP's
we'll just have
1230.
To say hello after the chat.
There she is.
There she is. That's so cool.
All right. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Our neighbor was watching.
We'll chat with you after the chat is over in person. Let's see. Somebody says they're going to be on Route 1 in Maine in 4 weeks. Where are you guys going this fall? Route 1 in Maine is beautiful. You're going to love it. I think fall is a great time to be there. We are going to be out west. So,
Let's see. Somebody says, going to Disney next April. Can you offer any advice for being able to make the most of your time in the actual parks?
I would say don't rely on Disney transportation to get you anywhere except for the Magic Kingdom. There's a boat that goes directly from Fort Wilderness to the Magic Kingdom, and I'm guessing you're staying at Fort Wilderness. If you're staying at Fort Wilderness, you can drive your vehicle to any of the parks and park for free. I think it's much faster to do that. You can also keep snacks in your car. You can have a change of clothes in your car. So if you got wet or you got rained on or whatever, you don't have to go all the way back to your camper to change or what have you. So I think things like that can sort of maximize your time there. And cut down on the time you spend on the bus, because buses can be slow and take a long time.
If you're really serious about planning out Disney stuff, I mean, we have some friends, they will plan every hour, what rides we're going to do. You can, get a map of the park and even map out where you're going to go.
There's actually an app called, I think it's called Touring Plans, and it tells you real-time wait times for all of the rides. It's a paid app. It's like $10, but it's really worth it because you can see what rides have a shorter wait currently and which rides have a longer wait currently, and they'll actually tell you which parks to go on different days based on crowd size, so you can sort of pick the best days to go to each park. So I recommend that as well. Let's see.
Somebody said any full hookup recommendation in Yellowstone. I think your only choice is Fishing Bridge. And is it even open?
Really, this summer it was closed. I think it reopens next year. I don't know what sort of improvements they've done or if it was just repaving and that sort of thing. There's really no view there. It's basically a parking lot with hookups. So if you can get by without staying in a full hookup, I would recommend another campground just because it's just better scenery and better settings.
I hope they've upgraded that. You know what I mean? I hope that they put in some more proper campsites.
Jeff Sorn calling you out. He says he would like to see updates to your video photo channel, please.
All right, fair enough.
So Sean has a separate channel that's just about photo and video. So just camera gear, camera reviews, that sort of thing. And he used to post on it fairly frequently, and then our main channel here got a lot busier, and so he just hasn't really had time.
Yeah, I think I'll maybe post some more casual videos over there of just
Yeah.
sort of casually what I think about different gear. Photography and videography is kind of a passion of mine, so I was just doing it really because I just really enjoy talking about it, and I need to do more.
We have somebody else we need to recognize here. C. Dansky. Thank you very much for the generous tip. We appreciate that so much. He says, we'll do the mental gymnastics on guitar and fly fishing if you'll give me some pointers of the blog I'm developing. Gail and I have learned so much from your videos. See you in California, Gail and Danny. Awesome. Thank you so much, Gail and Danny. We appreciate the tip greatly. Yeah, we need some pointers on guitar, and fly fishing would be interesting to try. So if we ever see you in California, we'll take you up on that.
You should give me some pointers to the blog I'm developing. I could do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody wants to know, Calvin Holzer, I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly, says, what is making all the background noise? Those are cicadas. So if you are ever in the South, you Southerners know what that is. Know what a cicada is.
Can you hear us? I hope you can hear us. It's an interesting thing in the South because it's like they start late afternoon, early evening, kind of, when the sun is beginning to set, and they get progressively louder and louder as it gets dark, and they'll kind of sing all night long. Yeah, but I kind of like it. To me, it's sort of soothing. I think some people, it's distracting, but it doesn't really bother me. It's almost like white noise, if you know what I mean. Like you get used to it. Oh, Gary Holmes, thank you very much for the tip. We appreciate it. He says, how often do you sanitize your freshwater tank, and what do you use? We don't do it very often, to be honest. We probably should do it this year. I think some people just put some chlorine in there, Yeah, there's a special product that you can buy. I can't remember the name of it, but they sell it at, in the RV section of pretty much any store. But it's one that I think is safe to consume, so you don't have to, if you didn't get it all flushed out properly and you drank it, it wouldn't kill you. But we use double filters on our water, so we probably don't sanitize as much as some people. We probably should do it more often. Elaine says, how often do you use a portable dump tank? Is it worth the cost? We don't use one very often. Like, we don't carry one with us, but it sort of depends on how and where you camp. And like, if you're doing a lot of boondocking, then it might make sense for you. Yeah. But I found it's a lot of effort one way or another to dispose of water that way. It takes up a lot of space to store those things. Yeah. So if we were in a huge motorhome or a fifth wheel, then I think we would probably travel with one. But we have very limited storage space. Our storage space is basically the bed of our pickup truck, and that's it. And so, that's a lot of real estate going to a portable dump tank, and it's just not worth it for us. It's easier for us to just hitch, drive to the dump station, and then back in our campsite, which is a pain, but we're pretty good about water conservation when we're camping in dry camping situations. And so, we can stretch it 9 or 10 days if we need to, and we do. And then we hitch up and go empty the tanks. It's just part of it. So, but for some people, it's an essential part of their camping equipment. Like if you're doing a lot of boondocking, then it might make sense. But you'll figure out, like, water's very heavy. Like, you load up one of those larger portable dump tanks. I mean, of course, they have handles. You can wheel them around. But it's a good bit of an effort to dispose of water that way. Blair Bomar says, what is your #1 tip for going to Alaska? I would say, just do it. Don't get too intimidated by it. I think a lot of people make it out like it's just going to be this, terrorizing, scary experience. And it's really not. If you do a little bit of homework and have realistic expectations as far as how long it's going to take you to get there, I think you'll be fine. Yeah, It's hard to say a number one tip, but I would encourage you to take your time. Like, have the luxury of time, because sometimes I get these messages and this guy will be like, I'm going to go to Alaska and back in 10 days or something, you know, and like it might on paper look like it's possible, but you'd just be beating yourself up every day to try and do that. Our Alaska trip was basically a 14,000 mile road trip. On the odometer, like when we pulled out from our hometown, it was 14,000 miles later we got back home. So it's a long trip. So you need, I think, to really have the luxury of time, budget a lot of time to enjoy it. You know? Somebody asked about internet. We typically use our phones as a hotspot, and it works pretty well if you have a good LTE connection.
Scott Lockwood says hi from Montana. Hi,
Hey, Scott.
Good
We might see you.
Yeah, we might see you there.
We met up with Scott a few years ago, actually when we were having our truck bulletproofed in Mesa, Arizona, and hung out at the RV park there. Had a great time.
Yeah. Killen Gia, if I'm saying that correctly, I'm sorry, says, how is the awning holding up? Our awning is doing very well. You know, our rig is a 2003 model. It has a zip-D awning on it, which is sort of a tricky beast to deal with sometimes. But about 9 years ago, we had some maintenance done to it. We had the arms replaced because the original owners never really used the awning, and so they sort of got frozen into place, and it was really hard to put the awning out.
Almost impossible.
It was almost impossible. And so the president of Zip-D Awnings at the time, we met him at an event, and he was like, yeah, I think you really just need to replace the arms. So we actually drove to the Zip-D Awning headquarters near Chicago and camped in their parking lot overnight. And the next day they came out and replaced our awning arms for us. And we did a video on how to put out your Zip-D awning, because it's a process. It can be a little tricky. And so
she's kind of the awning wizard.
that's my job.
Yeah.
I'm the awning deployee.
Because I remember when we were at Zip-D, the president was sort of teaching Chrissy how to do it. I had a big video camera and I was filming it. And so I think you got the hands-on instruction. It's sort of like
my job.
It's your realm of expertise. We're actually probably going to do a video about awnings pretty soon. I think one key tip is to do some lubrication on those awning arms. Because if you don't use your awning very often, those arms can stick and freeze. And like in our case, we actually had to replace them. It was not cheap to replace them either.
Yeah.
And I've heard, like, a lot of people ask about the new awnings that are automated. I've heard those have some issues.
We've
That's all I'm
heard
saying.
a lot of problems from people with those. So just be careful and lubricate your awnings if you have a Zip-D. It's very important, and we'll keep them running smoothly.
James Holmes says it's feeling like an early winter in Montana. Bring the long johns. I did bring some long johns, and I can't wait to put them on because it's been a hot summer in Alabama.
Let's see.
Somebody asked, where in the West are we heading? Montana, Wyoming, Utah, Idaho, Washington, Oregon. We're going to hit a lot of places maybe that we haven't seen before.
Got some folks chiming in. Hello to Maine, Delaware, Iowa, and Virginia.
Rebecca says, we appreciate you guys doing these live chats. I think that would make me exhausted to try and read all the comments and questions. I think the hard part is, unfortunately, we can't answer everybody's comment or question because a lot of them, they scroll past really quickly.
Yeah, they go by really quickly.
But I always feel pretty energized by these chats. We really get a lot out of it, too, just interacting with you guys. It's really
It's so
cool.
fun to see a question pop up or see somebody shout out a city or destination or whatever and be able to have like an immediate, rapport with you guys. So we really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun for us. We hope you enjoy it too.
And if you ever see us out and about in a campground or
please stop
anywhere,
and say hello.
Stop
Maybe
and say
not
hello.
if we're in the middle of hitching. Maybe give us a minute. But if not, then please say hello and let us know that you watch our videos. It's always fun for us to meet you guys and put faces with names, especially if you're somebody that comments a lot. It's fun to put a face with a screen name or a Facebook name, what have you.
If you want to get a selfie or do any of that
Yeah,
stuff,
it's
I'm
a
totally
lot of fun.
cool with that.
So.
It's always fun for us too.
Oh, Safe Eyed says, hello from Los Angeles. You're a very big inspiration, but what do you do if you have a little fight?
I sleep on the couch.
No. I think that's part of traveling with someone. You just sort of agree to disagree on things and take a breather, and sometimes I go sit on the bed and Sean goes and sits on the couch, and we take a breath. And
we actually do have a video about this topic called like how to travel in an RV without strangling anyone or something like that.
And I think just knowing sometimes that you need a little bit of time to yourself, and whether it's running an errand, going to the store or something, or walking around the campground by yourself, sometimes you just need to do that, and that's okay, and that's part of it. So
everybody's relationship is different. Everybody's marriage is different.
Yeah.
We're pretty good about getting along.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I would say, but
we certainly have disagreements, don't get me wrong, but I think we're both pretty amicable personalities, and we are very much the type that can agree to disagree, and some people aren't like that, so it's very dependent on your relationship. So
nobody's called the police on us yet for any marital spat.
We passed somebody. Jason Donaldson, thank you very much for the tip. We appreciate it. He says, how difficult or nerve-wracking is it to drive in Yellowstone National Park with a travel trailer for the first time? You've probably done so much driving by the time you get there. That's probably not going to be as intimidating as maybe you think it will be.
Yeah.
But you're usually driving, so you answer.
Think about Yellowstone. Driving in the Yellowstone Park is unique for several reasons. For one thing, the speed limits are pretty slow. So like when you go in the park, you're not going to be looking through the park at 60 miles an hour. In a lot of those places, the speed limit's probably 35 or something like that. Maybe 45, if that. A lot of places, maybe it's below 35.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then on top of that, there's a lot of times there's going to be a lot of traffic that's kind of backed up. So you have to resolve that you're not going to make great time going through Yellowstone. As far as being nerve-wracking, there are some parts of Yellowstone where you are on kind of a cliff edge, from time to time. And I can think about that in the northern part of the park from Tower Falls over to Mammoth. There's a pretty sheer drop-off on the right side.
Yeah.
So there are a few sort of like white-knuckle moments like that, especially that's kind of a downgrade going into Mammoth.
But not too steep.
But
just go slow.
We were there last year. It had already started snowing a little bit, and there was some ice on the road. So when you factor in the ice, towing on that can be a little bit nerve-wracking. But then the other thing in Yellowstone you need to watch out for is wildlife, of course, on the roads, especially bison. But bison are constantly using the roads any time of day too. So you could be driving along in some parts of Yellowstone at night, it's just pitch black. There's no lighting out there other than the headlights of your vehicle. You might come over a turn and there's a giant bison standing in the middle of the road. And that's one of the reasons that the speed limits are so low. So just be patient, take your time, and you'll be fine, I'm sure.
Tim List says, have you been to the home of Airstream yet? We have. We've made several trips to Jackson Center, Ohio, and we actually did a video showing them making an Airstream. They gave us a private tour of the plant and let us film part of the process. And I know the plant has changed since then. They've added to it, so I'm sure the process is a little different these days. But you can sort of see just the process of a camper being, starting out from the axles and adding the shell and all that good stuff. So it's a really interesting place to visit if you happen to find yourself in central Ohio.
Yeah, definitely do the Airstream factory tour if you have a chance, because they moved to Ohio. Airstream started in California and they moved to Ohio, I want to say in the 50s, and Airstreams are constructed in kind of the same way they've always been constructed. For better or
Little
worse.
Kid at Heart says they got their Loloho sticker in the mail.
Awesome.
That's awesome. We're happy to hear it. If you would like to join the Loloho Sticker Club, you can join our Patreon group. And
we're working to get the stickers up online where you can buy
purchase
one.
them if you don't want to do Patreon.
Because we're going to try and get more stickers out to you guys. It's
just the process of having them on hand and being able to mail them out. And we're sort of reformulating the stickers as well. We want stickier stickers. That makes sense. So trying to find the best ones.
Our first run of stickers didn't totally stick. Like some of them like fall off, and that's kind of a problem for a sticker. Job one is to stick. Somebody asked how Seymour's engine is holding up. Seymour's engine is great. You know, we get a lot of questions about the bulletproofing. Everything related to the bulletproofing has been pretty much rock solid. We did have an issue with our fan clutch recently, and we had to switch out the fan clutch. And we'll probably do a little video about that at some point in the future.
MZ wanted to know if stickers and shirts are available. He was just talking about the stickers. Hopefully those will be available in the next couple of months. Shirts are available on our Amazon store. So shirts like this one that Sean is wearing right now, this is a Loloho original design. To make sure you're getting a real Loloho shirt and not a knockoff from people that try to steal your artwork, please go to amazon.com/shop/longlonghoneymoon. That's our storefront. You scroll down to the bottom, you'll see Loloho merchandise, so you can click on that and you'll have a variety of shirt designs to choose from. We have t-shirts and we have hoodies. And is that all we have right now? Coffee mug? Socks.
Don't worry about the socks. Socks are not a big seller for us.
So those are available.
Please do not buy those socks.
Jim Pennington. Wow, thank you so much for the tip. We greatly appreciate that, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
He says, thank you guys. As a young RVing family, we like to research a lot before venturing out. Your videos are informative, extremely humorous, and entertaining. Many thanks, and we hope to see you out there one day. Jim and Amanda, Ackworth, Georgia.
Thank you, Jim and Amanda.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate the tip and hope you guys have a great camping adventure.
I'm sort of a smart aleck at heart. I'm a comedian at heart. I love injecting humor into our videos, and I really want to do more of that. Sometimes I'm so busy making a video that I forget to be funny. You know what I mean? I like to laugh, and I like to make other people laugh, so I appreciate that very much, guys.
Run Off asks, bucket list of RV places that y'all haven't been to yet.
I can think of a few. I mean, like one, I will say Crater Lake in Oregon.
We've driven past it so many times.
Big Bend in Texas.
Big Bend in Texas. I would say Sequoia and Kings National Parks in California. I would also like to sort of do like that Big Sur drive in California. We've never really done that.
Death
part
Valley.
of the coast. Yeah.
The White Sands Monument.
Yes. I would like to sort of do like the coast of North Carolina. We've never done that area.
Outer Banks.
And then also Nova Scotia and like Prince Edward Island. That's another place that we've got to motivate ourselves to get to. We want to be there. It's just the process of getting there, driving through the Northeast, towing a camper is just...
In Goblin Valley in Utah. There are a lot of other parks in Utah. We've been to the Mighty Five national parks, but there are a lot of other state parks that are equally beautiful that we need to go to.
Okay, Joe Van, I love your comment. He says, hello from Michigan. Shout out to my wife, Christine. Hi, Christine. Let her know that the sewer hose is your friend. The sewer hose is your friend. The sewer hose means you can take a nice long hot shower. You don't have to schlepp it to the bathhouse, with your flip-flops and your shower caddy. Sewer hose is your friend.
Emptying your water tanks, it should be a
seamless,
clean, somewhat clean.
Disposable gloves. Bring disposable gloves. So you put those on, and then you just toss them when you're done. It's no big deal.
And go slow. Don't get in a hurry. Got to keep your wits about you when handling the sewer hose.
Peter keeps asking, do I drive the rig? Yes, I do. I don't drive it a lot, but I would say about 15% of the time. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I do most of the driving, but there will be times when, if I'm tired, we'll swap up. And I find that, like, if Christy would drive for an hour or so, it really refreshes me, and I'm ready to go again. But sometimes when she starts driving, I've noticed you'll just keep on going and you'll still go for like 2 or 3 hours. I
keep singing along with the radio. Sean is cringing. I tell him to wear earphones, earbuds or something. It'll be fine.
All right, we've been going for an hour here. Yes. I think we should probably...
Somebody wants to know if we're still using the Solo stove.
Yep, we brought it with us.
We brought it with us, so you'll see that in some videos.
Yeah, somebody asked for our top tips on building a campfire. I guess my top tip would be to get one of those things, because it sort of makes it super easy.
A couple of more quick questions. John Marucci. Hi, John.
Hey, John.
Says, any meetups planned? We don't have any planned right now, but we hope to do some.
I think in Jackson, Wyoming, we're going to do one.
Jackson would be a great place for us to do one. So,
I'm thinking like maybe that Snake River Brewery or maybe at the Bird.
Ooh, the Bird. The wings are so good.
Yeah, the wings and craft beer, but then you've got the beer at the brewery is pretty good too. And the food is good there too.
Yeah.
And I hear there's a new brewery in Jackson. Somebody just told us about today. Mm-hmm. That we're in Stillwater, I think it's called.
One other quick question.
Okay.
Catherine Brown says, hey, what's with all the money stickers at the top? So if you're watching this live on an iPad or smartphone or computer, you are seeing these little tabs across the top with dollar amounts. And those are tips that people have donated to us, dropped in our virtual tip jar. And we greatly appreciate that if anybody chooses to do that. But it's a feature on YouTube when you have a live event that people can leave a tip, and it highlights their question in a bright color so we see it really well, and it's easy for us to see the person's name. And
so I hope we addressed everybody. Tom Caswell.
We've got, here we go.
John Melvin asked, did Han Solo shoot Greedo? Of course he shot Greedo, and he shot first.
I'm glad Sean answered that question because I have no idea.
Greedo never shot. That was the whole point. George Lucas went soft. Lucas lost it. I'm old school Star Wars.
Yes.
Disney has ruined Star Wars, but we'll always have the original movies, assuming you can find a copy.
Joe Yoakum, I think that's how you say it, says, what type of shower heads do you recommend? If you go to our Amazon store, you'll see the oxygenic shower head that we like and use and highly recommend. So Amazon.com/shop/longhoneymoon, and you'll see that listed.
All right, I think we should probably wind it down. It's getting dark out here.
Tom Caswell, I don't think we saw that.
I just gave a shout out to Tom.
Okay, I'm sorry. Missed you.
Tom left a very generous tip, and we appreciate it very much.
All right, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody's.
Yep.
That did a tip. Yeah. All right.
Rogue Brewery in Newport, Oregon. I think we've been there before.
Maybe so.
Seems familiar.
Joe says I said his name right. Awesome. Oh, somebody.
Goldilocks said, thank you, folks. Have a good night.
Thank you, Goldilocks, again. That was super generous. We greatly appreciate it. All right. I guess we're going to sign off, you guys. It's been a little over an hour. Hopefully you guys enjoy these chats as much as we do. It's a lot of fun for us to connect with you guys like this and say hi from the road.
Yeah, I hope you've been able to hear us over the cicadas that are
They're
shouting
loud
in the
little
background.
creatures, you can't see them, but man, they make themselves heard. So until next time.
It's authentic. You got to give it that. It's authentic.
Yes. If you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button down below. We would love to have you be part of Loloho Nation. Click the like button, share it with your friends and family. And until next time, Loloho.
Loloho.
Good night.
Onwards. Onwards and upwards.
Tuning in. Bye, guys.
Until we meet again.